Agree or disagree, SpongeBob SquarePants is definitely one of the most influential TV shows in this era. From their first episode on 1st May 1999, this show is still being aired and also still considered as one of the most popular shows in the world. Despite the fact SpongeBob received a lot of criticism like how the show is considered harmful for kids, and a lot of SpongeBob's fans criticized the new episodes for being not as good as the first 3 seasons. SpongeBob has recognition in the whole world. You can see it not just on your screen but also at some of your stuff, food or costume. There's one era in which you see a lot of SpongeBob's material and it keeps increasing by time. That area is internet memes. Try searching in any memes account or IMG frame. You will find many SpongeBob's memes. I even used some of them in my previous 2 videos. So there's a question. Why so many memes come from just this one show? Some of you might think that is because SpongeBob is a 25 years old show and of course there will be many episodes, which means many memes can be taken. But here's the thing. According to an article in Wired in 2018, SpongeBob has more memes than My Little Pony and The Simpsons. My Little Pony is understandable because it's newer than SpongeBob, but not for The Simpsons because it is older and has more episodes than SpongeBob. So why does it happen? Let's dive into why many memes come from this Nickelodeon's cash cow. SpongeBob. First, we need to know about memes, especially internet memes. Right now, memes have some similarities with slang. It's common in society but not used in a formal setting. However, at the beginning, memes were only used in science field, especially biology. The word meme was coined by Richard Dawkins. He describes meme as information that was delivered to other part of genes while the message remains the same. The word meme itself is from a Greek word mimema, which means imitated. Later, memes began to be used in social fields after social scientists started to apply the concept of meme in their field. From our social scientists, the most notable was David Dennett because his description about memes is considered similar to Dawkins, although Dawkins and Dennett have different views in some aspects. In social studies, memes can be considered anything as long as they can spread and imitate the message. Things like gossip, tunes, fashion, and other things are actually a meme. Then how did internet memes come in the first place? It started after the internet became bigger and the word internet meme appeared after Mike Godwin got an article in Wired where Godwin used the word meme to tell a phenomenon on in the internet where people always use this political party to criticize something. Entering the 21st century, memes become more popular and started to be a usual object or no longer exclusively a scientific term. Now let's get to the internet memes. So internet memes can come from various sources like pictures, videos, and sounds. These samples are used to describe something with similar meaning even though you don't know the origin. For example, let's look at this meme. Even if you haven't watched Futurama yet, you know that this meme is about someone who is willing to spend money without thinking twice. Or this meme, which means someone who prefers A instead of X. Memes aren't solely used for humor. It can be used as criticism, education, and even communication. I hope you now understand about memes. Because this video will talk more about SpongeBob, I advise you to do your research if you want to know more about memes. So let's get to the main part. Reason why SpongeBob is memeable is because of the scene is portrayed in SpongeBob. Since SpongeBob can be described like this, it's weird but you can understand it. Look at these 3 pictures. It's weird if we use the common sense to decode the meanings. However, for those who have watched or understand SpongeBob, they would know that the boat is a representation of a car, Gary is the representation of a cat, and the pineapple isn't a fruit but SpongeBob's home. The absurdity of SpongeBob appears in the character too. Like, this is SpongeBob we know, but this is also SpongeBob, even though there are differences in many aspects. It also applies to other characters like Patrick or Squidward. And last, SpongeBob has some kind of pause moment which is used as a kind of break from the plot's noise, but also enhance the plot like this scene which gives us a strong sense that Squidward wants to be like SpongeBob and Patrick. So what's the correlation about what I just explained and the memes? Well, both SpongeBob and memes are absurd but understandable. Since memes are an imitation, it needs something that can reach the message with a different form. SpongeBob is suitable for memes material because SpongeBob itself has a lot of form. So for meme creators, SpongeBob is a gold find because you can find many expressions and actions from just this one cartoon. But of course, this explanation won't answer the question fully because if the answer is about absurdity, other cartoons also have the same thing. Then how is SpongeBob the favorite among meme creators? Here comes the next reason. Another reason is popularity. When I said that SpongeBob is one of the most popular shows in the world, it's supported by the data. So why is the show popular in the first place? There are many answers, but in my opinion, the popularity of SpongeBob is due to SpongeBob's ability to entertain both adult and underage audience. When we talk about cartoons, there's a thing called segments, which is used to gain maximum utility. Let me give an example from Dora the Explorer and The Simpsons. Dora is for children, while The Simpsons is rated for adults. If these shows are rated for everyone, the utility won't be maximum because adults will find Dora the Explorer weird and kind of annoying because the main character always asks too much, while the children won't enjoy The Simpsons because the humor is hard to understand for their age. SpongeBob, on the other hand, can satisfy both adults and underage audience. Although there are some differences like children will laugh at the slapstick part, while adults will find the funny part in the conversation. The difference also can be seen at how they see Squidward. Kids will see him as a grumpy octopus, while adults won't hate him because they can relate with what Squidwards feel. Time also has a role in SpongeBob's popularity. Since SpongeBob has been on television for 25 years, it means people who are millennials, zoomers, and Gen Alpha would have known or watched SpongeBob. Also, most internet users, especially meme creators, are young people, which means that most internet users might know SpongeBob. Then comes internet culture. Meme culture is definitely influenced by internet culture, and each country has its own internet culture. For those who don't know, not all memes can be popular in every country. For example, memes that are popular in US might not be popular in Indonesia, and so do the opposite. And that's how SpongeBob became popular among the memes world. Since SpongeBob has been spread across countries and could gain popularity, SpongeBob is recognizable across the world. The message or the memes might be different in each country, but the materials can be extracted from the same cartoon. It can be said that SpongeBob has developed into an international language for memes.
Okay, so the video is finished. You have given the answer, right?
Wait, I'm not done yet. Please wait and let's get back to the video. I just gave you 2 reasons, but I believe some of you might think it's not enough, and that's including me. So here's the third factor, relatable. One of the reasons adults can enjoy SpongeBob despite the fact SpongeBob is technically a kids show is because SpongeBob can portray things only adults might understand. Like how this episode shows that jokes can ruin people's life and how this episode portrays abuse in the workplace. Then what's the relation with memes? In my opinion, although memes can be made from all ranges of ages, adults tend to make better memes. Let's take funny memes for example. When we talk about humor, kids, teenagers, and adults have different opinions about what is considered funny. That's why we would laugh when we watch Tom and Jerry during childhood, but might not be the same when we become adults, or when we were little, we're confused about what is funny about stand-up comedies until we listen to it during adulthood. Also, cultures played a part in humor, and this is also the reason why it's more common for younger people to understand older people's jokes. than the opposite because older people tend to be old-fashioned or conservative in terms of cultures. For example, if a dangerous social media challenge is trending in TikTok, you can say most of the participants are teenagers. Adults, especially the older ones, will find the challenge stupid. In the case of memes, adult memes are usually more funny because teenagers or even children can't understand the humor, while teenagers or kids memes couldn't do the same because adults might not find it funny. Let's take a look at this meme.
Guys, she's forgotten what it's like to live on the outside, to not be in prison.
Coming to bed, honey?
Yes, dear.
For many adults, this meme might be funny because it's relatable. For teenagers or children, this meme might be funny because either they realize that adult life isn't great at all, or they know someone or their family member who has the same life as portrayed in the meme. This point is similar to my first point but different. While the first point is about the background of the picture, the third point is about the message. That's my explanation. I hope you find it useful. Any thoughts or comments can be typed below. If you like it, you can like and share. Peace.